All right. Today, Mother Nature has gave us some snow up here on the mountain, so it's a good day to do a video on, can the miniature pincher handle cold weather? And for today's model, I'm going to use Athena. This is one of the reasons I let my females, especially, or any of the ones that are going to spend a lot of time outdoors, and they do it naturally. All animals do, or most all animals. Come fall, when the days start getting shorter, you'll notice they'll put on more weight. And it's a natural response to prepare for the winter, the colder weather. So I let my females gain a layer of fat when I know winter's coming. Now, there's a caveat to all this. First off, you have to understand the canine does not feel cold the exact same way we do. They do feel cold, but they do not transpire through their skin. In other words, they don't sweat. You should already know this. That's why you can see one of these dogs jump in an ice cold, you know, they run off in a river and jump into ice cold water to pull something out, and it's like it never even phases them. It takes a while for the weather, the cold, to get through to the core. And that's one of the reasons a layer of fat, much like a seal, they're much more fat, but a layer of fat in the wintertime on your dog, good deal. Not so good in the summer, but comes when the spring and the weather starts warming up, I'll put them on a diet. But right now, when they're outside, they get all they can handle. But here's the caveat. You need to have a way for them to escape the cold. All right? They can handle it. Matter of fact, the others are out here somewhere. Come here. Oh, they're over there eating. These guys here, you got eye boogers. Like I say, they have to have a place to escape the weather. They will get out here. I mean, there's trails running all over this snow here where they've been out, but they have a way to escape. Now, I'm going to show you something. You get down. I have insulated dog houses, right? They got styrofoam insulation. They got walls about yay thick, full of styrofoam, and that gives insulation to the house. Now, here's the key thing. We also have this. This is a large floor mat. This dog house is designed to hold 5 to 6 miniature pinchers. They all get in there together. Believe me, they grumble and gripe, but they all get in there together and they'll snuggle up and pile them with each other. And the floor, this thermostatically controlled floor, of course, I throw a bunch of cedar around, so they scooch it all around. There's cedar all around the edges. Makes the dog smell good too. And this here stays at, I think it's a constant 90 degrees or so. The dog's body temperature is about 101 Fahrenheit. So this right here, you know, you put this in the insulated dog house, and I measured the inside temperature when it was below freezing out here. It was like 60 degrees in there. Now, granted, if the wind blows, it probably gets down a little bit lower, but because the dog doesn't transpire through its skin, when it's laying on top of this, it's heating up the inside of the dog. Plus, they got the layer of fat when they want to run out here in the cold. But this right here, I think Amazon sells these. If they do, I'll put a link to it below. It's this is a large, and the manufacturer is quite proud of these things, so they're not cheap. And I do wish they would have a better warranty, because they're only warranted for a year, and I've had one go out in a year. Usually I get 2 to 3 years out of them, but these are made for a big dog, so several can go on here. That's why I have big insulated houses, and I got the smaller insulated houses. But when the bitches are not in heat and they can not having puppies, they can all be out together. Now, let me put this away for a minute and show you the doghouse. And I think I can put a link to this doghouse too, and you're going to see they're quite proud of this thing. Okay, let me see here. There we go. As you can see, I got the insulated doghouse, and I got a front porch for them that's out of the weather. And we'll get down under here, and we'll see there is. They're all like it in there. It's nice and warm and toasty. So all nice and warm and toasty in there. But they can come out anytime they want and get all the food they want. So I got a feeder out here, and they can eat all they want. So they're well fed and everything else. You'll also notice, being that it's cold out here, there is a heated water tub. You know, it's not exactly warm, but it's lukewarm. It keeps that water lukewarm. I'll put a link to that there too. As you can see, I've got that in the doghouse and everything plugged in right there. So that's for the girls that are outside. I generally have so many, I have to take turns bring it. You know, they get to come in the house and get their attention, all like that, but I can't have that many in the house at once. Miniature pinchers will destroy the house every time you turn your back. So, can a miniature pincher stand cold weather? Yes, they can, quite well, as long as you give them an escape. You know, they can escape the cold weather. Now, the puppies, when they're being born, they get luxury. Let me walk over here to the luxury estate. Yeah, see all those little doggy doors? That doghouse right there is not only heated, it is also air conditioned in the summertime. So when there's no puppies out, what I'll do is I'll open up one of the gates and just let all of them go in there to eat and sleep, instead of, you know, being in the heated doghouse. You know, there's separate kennels in there, and I can just open one of these up, put their food in there and the water in there. But right now we got young puppies, so therefore I have to let the mamas stay under there. So they go under there, they can run around. As a matter of fact, they're out here right now running around. Yes, are we running around? And you can see they're out here in the snow. And when they get tired of the snow, they'll run back in their little kennel. Now my trainees, I got some trainees that are over in the house and some smaller ones. But can a miniature pincher handle the cold weather? Yes, they can handle it quite well. As long as you feed them good, they got a layer of fat for the winter, just for the winter, and you give them an escape. They have to have a way to escape the place. Well, just like in nature. In nature, small dogs and foxes, they burrow. They dig up under stuff, under hay and stuff, and they make little nests so they can keep warm. They get out of the wind and everything. So right now, what we have here is the luxury palace and the heated hotel room. We'll call that the hotel. So yeah, miniature pinchers can handle the cold. As long as they have an escape and they're well fed and everything, they're good to go.